Hello again, my name's John. I'm a retired chef from the northeast of England in the UK, and welcome to another one of my videos. And in this one I'll be making this fantastic dish called minced beef and onions with crispy dumplings. At work this is without a doubt our best seller, especially in the winter months. Now I'll be referring to the meat in this dish as minced beef, but some of you may know this as ground beef. And here's a list of the ingredients you'll need if you want to have a go at making it yourself. First the dumplings and second for the minced beef. There'll also be a full list in the description box below the video. The first job is to make up the dumpling mix, and I'll start by finely chopping the spring onions. Next I'll sift in the flour and baking powder. I'm using self-raising flour for mine, but if you want you can use plain or all-purpose flour, but you'll need to add an extra 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Time to add the butter. Gently rub it in until it resembles fine breadcrumbs as shown. In real time this only took about 3 minutes. By the way, this is my homemade butter. If you want to know how it's made, I'll leave a link in the description box to my video. It's really easy to make. Next ingredients are the finely chopped spring onions, followed by the beef suet. You can also use vegetable suet. These are easily accessible in the UK, but if you can't get hold of it where you live, simply add an extra 100 grams of butter in the previous rubbing in stage. It's not ideal, but it'll work. Now lightly toss all that together using your fingers. And the final ingredients are the large egg and milk. You don't need any salt in this as the baking powder has quite a salty taste. You can always add salt to the dish on the plate, but if there's too much in, you can't take it out. Now using an ordinary dinner knife, gently cut the mixture together as shown. Keep going until it becomes a sticky mass, then stop. Don't overmix it. This also took about 3 minutes to do. You can use a machine with a dough hook, but once again don't overmix or your dumplings will turn out on the heavy side. Once it's all come together, cover with a dry towel and that'll happily sit at room temperature for 2 to 3 hours, so you can make this well in advance. And now to cook the mince and onions. On a medium heat, add the teaspoon of oil to a pan. Once it's hot, add the onions and give them a stir. After a minute or so, add the minced beef. I'm using 5% fat steak mince. You want it as lean as possible. It costs a little more, but it's worth it. Roughly mix the mince with the onions for now. Now add the black pepper and the salt. And finally, the half teaspoon of dried thyme. Something to remember here. fresh or dried thyme always goes well with beef dishes. After a couple of minutes of constantly mixing, the mince turns a light brownish in colour and starts to separate like you see on screen, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. Once it's separated completely like this and almost appears dry, add the 560 ml, that's 1 pint of beef stock. All I'm using is water with 4 beef stock cubes dissolved into it. You can use natural beef or even chicken stock if you have any. As long as it has plenty of flavour, it'll work. Now give that a good stir, bring it to a simmer and let it cook with the lid on for 10 minutes. If you used a minced beef with a higher fat content, now is the time to skim it off using a ladle. But my mince was low fat, so it's fine. After the 10 minutes, it'll need to be thickened a little, so I'm adding a tablespoon of corn flour. You may know that as corn starch, to 80 ml of cold water, and whisk those two together. Then add it to the mince. It won't be too thick, but just enough for what we need. And that's it, that's the mince and onions ready. Before going any further, preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, that's 356 degrees Fahrenheit or gas mark 4. I'm setting mine to 160 Celsius as my oven is fan assisted and it runs about 20 degrees Celsius hotter than indicated on the dial. Now you'll need a baking tin suitable for this job. This is my nice shiny stainless steel one, and the dimensions for it are on screen. Now carefully pour and scrape out the mince mixture into the tin. Then with a dessert spoon, start adding the dumpling mixture to the mince. Each dumpling will easily double in size, so don't have too much on the spoon. To prevent the mixture sticking to the spoon, keep dipping it into the mince gravy. There should be enough mixture for 12 dumplings. You can adjust the recipe if this is too much for you. If there's any more mixture left in the bowl, just add a little more to the top of each one. Once they're all evenly spaced out, get them into the preheated oven that's set to 180 degrees Celsius, that's 356 Fahrenheit or gas mark 4, and set your timer for 30 minutes. And there it is, mince and onions with 12 gorgeous golden brown crispy dumplings ready to serve. And I'm going to serve these with creamed potatoes, steamed broccoli and carrot juliennes. The aroma when you first spoon out this comfort food is amazing. It's a great dish for those cold winter nights. I'll just add a little more of that minced beef and onions. And I've also knocked up a little gravy using beef gravy granules, so I'll add a little bit of that too. As you can see, the top is light and crispy, and the inside is also light and soft. That's due to not over mixing in the bowl. And just as I knew, the flavours of the thyme and onions and the texture of the mince and the dumpling is simply a fantastic combination, and I really hope you try this great British dish. It's quite simple and very cheap to make, and I'm sure you'll give it the thumbs up too. Well, thank you again for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe by hitting the circle above. If you do subscribe, activate the bell icon next to the subscribe button on my channel page. And by doing that, you'll be automatically notified every time I upload a new video. And in the meantime, here's a few of my other videos and playlists that you may want to watch. So, until the next time, be safe in the kitchen and bye for now.